Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we are working on my 2003 Ram 2500, the Cummins turbo diesel. And in this video we are going to be concentrating on the rear suspension. You can see I currently have the Bilstein shocks installed, and I'm going to be replacing it with Bilstein shocks. The ones I have in the truck are just have some age and a lot of miles on them, so I'm going to go ahead and just replace them with some new ones. These are the 4600 series. Here is the part number for the rears. There it is right there. So let's go ahead and get to the install. So it looks like on the driver's side here, I will have to take off this plastic piece right here to get to the bolt that is back there on the top. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and start on the passenger side. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and start on the passenger side. So I'm going to go ahead and undo the top bolt first. As you can see, I have my 21mm wrench on this side, and then I am going to get my ratchet on the other side here with the bolt head right there, right in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and put my ratchet on there. This one is just a clear shot. The driver's side may be a little bit different than that, but I'm going to go ahead and get my, actually I'm going to try my breaker bar first, and let's see if we can break this loose. Alright guys, so my impact and a 21mm got the nut taken off on the other end. The bolt is still in there, and I'm still actually going to leave it in there. I will hit it out once I undo the bottom right here. So again, this is just a 21mm wrench and a 21mm socket. So I'm going to go ahead and take that nut off, and then we can take out those bolts just probably by hitting them with a hammer, and then we can take this old shock out. Alright, so once I busted it out of its little frame there, now it is just hanging there. I believe since there's so much. And there we go. Just like that, we have the passenger side rear shock out. Alright guys, so whenever you install these, a lot of times they will have a kind of band around them to keep them from expanding out. This one, unfortunately, the band came out, so I'm going to have to put this in as is. But so I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna try to hook it on the top, and then I'll have to compress it by pushing it on the bottom to try to get it in. Okay, got the bolt in, it's just hanging. Now I just got to compress it from the bottom up to try to get it in there, right there. Alright guys, once you get that nut and bolt in and all ready to go, all you have to do is torque these down to 100 foot-pounds. Alright guys, for the driver's side, you will need to undo this plastic piece. It's probably a whole lot easier if you take it off, but I'm going to try to do this with just taking out this one little bolt right there. On mine it was an 8mm, and as you can see I have my 1/2-inch ratchet connected to the bolt that is on the top of this shock mount. So I'm going to go ahead and put my wrench on the other side and see if I can break it loose with just my ratchet wrench. We'll see. Alright guys, that came out so much easier now that I got that little fender plastic piece out of there. So now all I need to do is take my 21mm and undo this nut and bolt, and then this old shock should slide right out. By the way guys, how do you think those marks right there happened? I have no idea. That's just kind of odd. I don't see anything under here that could have rubbed it or hit it or anything, but the paint has wore off there. Let me know in the comments if you could think about how that happened. Anyways, gonna get my 21mm ready to take that shock out. All right guys, that time it was a lot easier getting the shock in, trying to get these bolts in with this strap on here. So I would highly suggest, if your shocks and struts come with these straps, leave them on there and you can cut them after you get them all the bolts through. That is a good idea. Alright, now let's just put the nuts on, and they can torque them down to 100 foot-pounds. Alright guys, job well done on installing your brand new shocks. If this video helped you out in any way, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.